Hi guys, and welcome back from Carly at the Herbathicary. Really good to see you guys again. If you're new to the channel or like the videos, please show your support by hitting like and subscribe down below. So a quick disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a doctor or an ethnobotanist. I own a lot of good guidebooks and have been doing this for a while. So please always do your own thorough research first. Don't pick anything unless you're 100% sure of what it is. Check with a book, check with the internet, check with an experienced forager that might know more than you. Always make sure you've got the landowner's permission before you pick anything. Avoid areas of high pollution where they might have used pesticides, and pick as high as you can to avoid where animals might have sprayed. Do not pick endangered species. Please always make sure that you only take as much as you need. Leave some for the creepy crawlies and the birds. And it is advisable to leave your foraged finds outside for at least half an hour in a cool place so that any of those creepy crawlies can find a new home. And always thoroughly wash your findings before you use them. So it's basically been chucking it down all day. So the kids and I have been painting. It is raining again now, so we've got a house full, so excuse the kids in the background. But in the short gap, we thought we'd take our weekly walk to go check and see if those sweet chestnuts are ready yet. But unfortunately they are not. We did find some browned ones on the floor, but I think these are probably last year's ones, as they're all dried out and the seeds are absolutely tiny. So we shall wait another week and try come back, and hopefully they'll be ready then, because I have some great recipes I'd like to do with you guys on how to use the horse chestnuts, including a favorite in our house, which is a sweet and sour roasted chestnut. But on our way back, we did realize that it's conkers time. The ground is covered in them, and these little guys haven't got to them yet, and I believe that even squirrels won't eat them because they contain esculin, and that can cause stomach upsets, and it's very, very dangerous. They are, however, high in saponins, which is a natural soap. So we're going to keep some of these bigger ones to play conkers with because, you know, of course you do. But we are going to use some of these smaller ones and any ones that are already cracked and therefore not good for conkers to turn into a liquid hand soap. We're also going to add bicarbonate of soda and turn it into a laundry detergent, coconut milk and turn it into a conditioner, and some vegan jelly and turn it into a varicose vein, well, vegan gelatin and turn it into a varicose veins gel. At first we have our cleanly washed hand wash bottle, and we have a bunch of conkers. Now believe it or not, these are actually easier to cut than you'd think, but I do advise going for ones that have a flat side, as it does make it easier for them to cut and they're less likely to fly off like this round one did with me. Excuse my little man giggling in the background watching Peppa Pig, but as it's weighing it down again, we're all inside doing whatever we can to distract ourselves because we want to go out and play. So I'm just cutting these mostly in quarters. The bigger ones I will cut into smaller pieces. This one keeps rolling around as well. We'll just get another flat one. And they do actually cut quite easily, which I was awfully surprised about the first time I did it. The hand wash bottle contains or will carry 275 mils of liquid, so there will be some evaporation of the liquid. So I got enough conkers that 400 mils of water will cover them easily. You don't want too much more water than your conkers, or your hand wash will be very, very liquidy. So I think I cut about 60 in the end, but some of them were quite small. So once you have all your conkers cut, you just want to transfer them to your pots. Now, you do need to use a pot that has a tight fitting lid. You do want some evaporation so it thickens, but you don't want too much. So I'm using 400 mils to cover those, and I'm going to bring them to the boil, and then I'm going to pop the lid on and allow them to simmer for around 30 minutes. Now, mine kept threatening to boil over. It actually did a couple of times, so I did move my pot lid a little bit just to let some of that steam out. I will have to clean my stove afterwards, as some of it has actually cooked onto the stove. We will be replacing this stove soon, as it's apparently about 15 years old. So now I am just going to strain all the liquid off those horse chestnuts. These won't go to waste, the leftover horse chestnuts. They will go in my composter, and I'm sure whatever nutrients left in them will make for some amazing compost next year. So I'm allowing this to cool a bit, and I'm just giving it a stir, and you can see the bubbles are already forming. It is quite frothy. Now, it is also quite liquidy. I know this technique works with a normal liquid soap, like a purchased one, but I've never tried it with the horse chestnut soap, as we normally just use it this way. So I don't think this will harm, because I've got this wonderful pink Himalayan sea salt that contains 84 trace minerals, and if nothing else, I'm sure some of those minerals will be absorbed through the skin during the hand washing process. So I've popped 1 large tablespoon in there, and I'm just going to add enough water to dissolve all that salt in. And then adding it to my mixture, about a tablespoon at a time, and stirring it in. But it is still very liquidy. It doesn't appear that this works with natural soap, only a store-bought soap, or maybe it would even work with a homemade Castile soap. I'm not sure, but as I said, there's still lots of minerals in there, and fingers crossed that they will absorb into the skin. So I've given up on that, and I'm just going to transfer this over to my handy hand wash bottle. Do like a nice scent to my hand washes and my detergents, so I am just going to add about 10 drops of this lavender essential oil, and then pop my lid on, and my pump on rather. You can see there's actually bubbles on the top. There's bubbles in the bowl that we used to put it into, or the jug rather. So let's give this a go, and we just got to get it up into that pump. We'll do it over here, and let's give it a go and see what happens. And we have bubbles. My hands are beautiful and clean, and they actually smell really nice too. The lavender didn't quite overpower the smell of everything else, but they still smell lovely. So I love this one, and this one is going on our bathroom sink. So I'm going to take a little break now before I come back and process the rest of those horse chestnuts. Might even bake a pie with the apples and stuff that we pulled out earlier. Again, thank you guys for coming back to the Herbothicary. It was great to see you again. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you guys again soon.